My name is Sam. I am the current treasurer for the Formula SAE Club, and today I'm going to be showing you some SolidWorks tutorials. Specifically, we're going to be drawing parts of a one-cylinder engine, and then I'm going to be showing you them put together in an assembly at the end. So now you can see I have SolidWorks open, and the first window that pops up is asking us what we want to start drawing. I'm going to select Part and hit OK. Now that I have the drawing space open, the first thing I'm going to do is save it. That is a very good habit to get into. Alright, I'm going to call this Piston, because that is the first part that we are going to draw today. Perfect. So now that I am in the workspace and have my SolidWorks file saved, I'm going to start off by doing the first sketch. Now, anytime you're doing a part in SolidWorks, you always need to start off with picking a sketch plane, and this is either front, top, or right plane. And for most of these drawings, we're going to be selecting right plane. I'm also going to confirm that my units are correct. This is in the lower right hand corner of the screen. You can see I click on here, we have mmgs, which is what we want. Alright, now to do the first sketch, I'm going to select right plane, and then I'm going to right click it and hit sketch. First tool we're going to use is the line tool. And to do this, you simply click and drag in the direction you want to make the line. I'm going to start off at the origin and work my way up around and draw the basic contour of the shape. Right now, dimensions don't really matter too much. We're going to go back after and I'll show you how to dimension everything. So you can see I'm just kind of making this general shape right now. There we go. Once I made a full perimeter around the shape, you can see that the inside turned light blue, and that's exactly what we want to see. Now I'm going to use the Smart Dimension tool to give this the proper dimensioning. I'm just going to work my way around the part and you'll see. To do a smart dimension on a line, all you need to do is click on the line, drag upwards, and then you'll be prompted to enter in the value. This is going to be 30 millimeters. Working our way around, this side is going to be 60. And then this is going to be 4. And now we are going to do an angle dimension. This is also quite easy to do. We just have to click on the two adjacent lines to the angle. Oops. Try that one more time. Click on the two lines and drag outwards. There we go. This is going to be 130 degrees. Next, we are going to dimension between 2 points. Simply going to click on these 2 points, and this is going to be 15. Next, this inner part is going to be 10. Perfect. Next, we are going to do the top angle right here, which is also going to be 130 degrees. Next, working our way up and around, this width is going to be 6 millimeters. So I can click on this line and the line across from it, and make it 6. Now back down here to this line, I'm also going to make this 6 millimeters. One more part of this to dimension. Right here is going to be 7.5. Perfect. Now that you can see all of the parts of the lines are black now, which means this sketch is fully defined. And you always want to go for that when you are making any parts. It means all your dimensions are supporting every single choice you make for your size of the part. Next, I'm going to go up to Features and click Revolved Boss/Base. This is going to give our part some 3D depth. And you can see it's asking for the axis of revolution. I'm going to click this line right here. You can see that revolved this part of the sketch. And I'm going to press the green check mark. Okay. Perfect. Now you can see we have that. One thing I need to go back in and do is make the piston rings. But that's easy to do. I'll show you how to go back into a sketch and edit. I can simply click on this triangle right here, which will expand this, and I can go back into Sketch. I'm going to right click and hit Edit Sketch. Now you can see, we can still see what the full part's going to be like, but we have all of our lines and dimensions back. This won't take too long to do for the piston rings. So now we just need to use the corner rectangle tool and make 3 rectangles that are of similar size. Just like that. And then we can go back and dimension after the fact. Now go back up to Smart Dimension and click and drag. This is going to be 1.5 millimeters. And then I'm going to do something which is called a geometric sketch relation. To do this, I'm going to hold down the Control button on the keyboard and press these 3 outer lines. There we go. Now you can see I have a bunch of options down here, but I'm going to select equal. And now all of these lines on the side are going to be 1.5 millimeters. I'm also going to do that same thing with the width of the rectangle. Select those 3 lines and select equal. Now I'm going to dimension this after the fact, and you can see it will still change. This is going to be 4.5 millimeters. Now all we have left to do is use the trim command right up here. And we're going to use the power trim option. This is the best one for most cases. There are some other specific options, but with power trim you simply click and drag a line over and it deletes it. I'm going to do that with these 3 lines. And now you can see we made these sort of cutouts. Now I have to dimension this side of it between these 2 points. Make that 1.5. And same with here. Oops, that one's already dimensioned. We know that. meant to click was there. So 1.5. And then 1.5. Again, you can see everything turned black for the lines, which means that it is fully defined. Now, to go back out of this sketch, I'm going to press this blue back arrow up here. And you can see we returned to the full 3D part, now with the piston rings there. Alright, next we are going to make a new plane to sketch off of. To do this, we're going to select right plane, reference geometry, and then plane. Right here you can see we already have 10 millimeters as the offset distance. That's the length we want right now, so I'm just going to check OK. Next, now that we have this plane, I'm going to right-click this plane and start a new sketch. Next, we can go back up to the line tool and click on the drop-down and select center line. Now, from the top middle of the piston, see this little box will pop up, meaning it's the center. We can bring it down about there. And then we're going to draw a circle having the midpoint on the bottom of the center line. Wonderful. Next, we are going to use the Smart Dimension tool again. Excuse me. And the length of the center line is going to be 38. And then the diameter of the circle is going to be 25. Again, you can see we're fully defined, and this should be a common thing we're looking for.